So today we're taking a look at some of the low premium bullion I've bought recently. There are 3 new sovereigns in here which I haven't seen already, and we've got a 1 ounce Gold Britannia which at the time came in around about spot price. We have these 4 coins in the capsules which, although they are special years, they actually came in at a very low premium. They were, I'm trying to remember at the time, they were like 1% over spot with the postage, so more or less, you know, spot plus post. But 1% premium for those, which, you know, brand new shiny coins. Obviously 2005 is not brand new, but you know, it's in a great condition. It's a special year sovereign. Some people would pay a little bit of a premium for that. I guess the seller just wanted to you know, move them on quickly, and I guess there's times when people just need the money. So yeah, we've got the 2022 Platinum Jubilee. This did really well, not for perhaps good reasons, but you know, been a popular coin. It was the last coin of Queen Elizabeth. Then we have the 2023, this is the Coronation Sovereign. So that's got the crowned portrait, and then we got the memorial. So that was the first Charles III portrait on a sovereign, and that was obviously the second. So we'll be due the new 2004 sovereign, 2024 sovereign soon. I believe that will just be the, you know, Georgian dragon design. And it'll be nice just to go back to normality, and then, you know, the special years can remain a bit special. So these are the 3 sovereigns I picked up. We have an 1887 Young Victoria, 1871 Young Victoria, and 1884. So 1887 is the last year of the Young Victoria sovereigns. We moved on then to the next portrait, the Jubilee portrait. And that one is an M for Melbourne, so you can see the mint mark there just below the base of the neck. The 1871 is the first year of Young Victoria's George and the Dragon portrait. So, sorry, not portrait, George and the Dragon design. Obviously we have the Young Victoria portrait there as well. And the 1884 is just decent condition, and like I say, they were well priced. There was at the time, I think they were about 2 or 3% over spot posted. I think it was 3. It wasn't as low as 2, I don't think. But yeah, I picked out some nice condition ones from there. So some great detail in the hairline there for the M, the middle one. Bottom one, not bad, you know, pretty good. Not been cleaned, etc. And again, the top one, pretty good condition. So yeah, it's not every day that they come up at a low premium, but on this occasion they did. So with the older sovereigns, you know, like your Young Victorias, they often come in a bit worn, unless you're paying a bit of a premium. So you got to be wary. You know, you might just want one in your collection, not too bothered. But if you just want a nice one, you know, you're better to see the coin if you can before you order. So not always possible, and usually dealers are pretty reasonable. You know, you usually get fairly nice coins. Don't get many bad ones, to be honest, in best value. I've had a few, you know, over time where I thought, no, it's not good. There were 3 that I got from a main dealer. They were shields. They were cheap, but they came and they were well underweight, very worn. So I emailed the dealer and, you know, basically sent them back and returned them, and they refunded me more or less straight away. You know, it wasn't a stressful experience at all. You know, it was a bit disappointing, but they handled it well. So I'm happy to keep buying from that dealer. And yeah, it's not like stained them, you know, or anything like that to me. If they'd been a bit funny about it and said, you know, they were nice coins or something, then I wouldn't have been best pleased. But yeah, they were okay. So happy, you know, happy to give people a chance. You know, I've had many nice coins and some really nice coins from the same dealer. So, you know, happy to keep it going. And so yeah, these are the 1 ounce Gold Britannias. These are often coming up at quite low premiums lately. People are definitely sort of sensing a seller's market. Sorry, a buyer's market. A seller's market would be when all the bidders, you know, the buyers are happy to pay, you know, higher premiums, and they're more desperate for the coins, it seems, and they're bidding up prices, sort of fighting for it, queuing up for coins. The seller's market, however, sorry, the buyer's market, however, is when the seller is wishing to obviously offload coins. Maybe there's a lot of sellers, or maybe there is a number of sellers with the same thing, and they end up sort of fighting each other to the bottom. So, you know, if you have a 1 ounce Gold Britannia at the moment, just for, I don't know what it is right now, but say spot price is £1,600 on the dot, and the dealers are selling that at like 2 or 3% premium, so you might be, you know, £45 or £50 over spot. If you're going to be selling on the second-hand market, why would somebody take the risk of, you know, an unknown party to pay the same price? You know, most probably wouldn't. Some might prefer not to deal with a dealer, and therefore they might. But there might be others who think, you know, look, for the sake of 1 or 2%, you know, £10 or £20, 15, £30, something like that, they just want to go to a main dealer and not have to worry that, you know, the randomer on the internet is inept at packaging coins, or, you know, is a scammer, or whatever it might be. So definitely something to consider, you know, if you are selling at the wrong time. By that I mean, you know, when the market's tough. It happens with all assets, you know, property or something like that. If everybody is selling houses in an area, then somebody thinks, well, we want ours to sell quicker, we'll reduce ours by 10,000, we'll get them, you know, get it on the market, get it out. And then a third person comes along and thinks, well, I want to sell mine quick, so I'm going to put mine 10,000 less than them. And then the first people who are selling are like, well, come on, we need to do something here. So they drop their price, and it becomes a race to the bottom. So want to be wary of, you know, situations like that. But at the same time, when it works in your favour, you know, if you can afford to just keep buying, then make the most of it. And that's what I've been doing. So I've been picking up all sorts recently. I've been mainly picking up. Yeah, it's been a mix. It's probably a mix between best value bullion, that's at low premiums, and the shield sovereigns. So I've bought quite a few shields recently. I've also, like I say, bought a fair bit of just best value bullion. So I've not exactly worked it out, but it's probably not far off half and half, you know, in terms of costs. Well, I suppose you got the Tudor Beast, that wasn't particularly high premium. It was a little bit higher than, you know, your Britannias, but on release they're not too bad. So yeah, it's balancing out. But I'd say the stack as a whole, it is mostly best value stuff, and I've not necessarily paid much premium over that price for most of the coins. You know, there is definitely a growing sort of side of the stack, which has definitely got a bit of premium to it. But yeah, it's an interesting one. So that's what I've been up to, and let me know. Are you purely buying best value, or do you know, pick and choose, and do you have some more fancy bits? Let me know what you're stacking, guys. Have you seen any really good deals lately?